Yeah! Woo! All right. It's Saturday, right? How's it going out there, everyone? How are you out there? Everyone good? I do have a topic I want to talk about. And, since this is a live stream, people start coming in, tuning in. They get notified. So I don't want to get into the topic in the first minute because people are just entering the live stream. So thank you for coming. At martymusic.com. We had the 7-year anniversary of Marty Music a couple weeks ago, but that's pretty awesome. And then I've got my acoustic blues course bundle with bonus stuff for sale at martymusic.com. So check that out. I'm in Nashville right now. I'm going to be doing NASCAR. I'm going to be at NASCAR. So that's one thing. I've got a guitar-related guitar lesson show coming out on Access TV. That is next month. That is July. So anyone that gets Access TV on cable, just take a look out for the Marty Music Guitar Academy. I got my buddy here, Matt, helping. Matt, say hello.
What's up, y'all? Good to be here.
Do you know all the dates and stuff?
July 11th.
July 11th. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's what they said. Prime time. Yeah. And this isn't fully announced yet, but September 1st, I've got a really killer live show in Nashville that I'm going to be doing. The tickets aren't on sale. It's not fully announced. You're just hearing about it here first. Already have amazing special guests coming, giving a guitar away because it's about the launch of my signature Epiphone ES335 with Epiphone. So I guess a lot of good stuff's going on. What can I say? Appreciate your guys' support. So now let me try and give you guys something right now. I was teaching. I only teach a couple of live lessons, and it's through Patreon. And I was teaching someone who wanted to get better at their blues soloing, and I was thinking, with the real feedback, how to improve soloing for this student as quick as possible. You know what I mean? So there's the classic practice the A minor pentatonic. Go key of A. So even when you're not paying attention to the guitar, there's the A minor pentatonic. Right. Then you can add the little flat 5 passing tone. I even screwed it up. I don't deserve the signature guitar now, Matt. So there's that. Then there's that extended scale. Between all those things, that's what you want to totally focus in on to get better at soloing more than memorizing a bunch of scales. That was just a few devices there. But if you basically, if I had to get you to be able to play a solo by Monday, and we're on Friday right now, it would be the key of A still, like I said, then I would have you focus on this little spot here. It's still just the A minor pentatonic, but what I found is when you just minimize, instead of thinking of a huge thing, think of a tiny little thing. If you get some good phrases out of a tiny little thing, then it's easier to then branch out a little lower and branch out a little higher, but keep it very minimal and get some phrases and some licks down. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to play one little piece, and you're going to just see how much you can get out of it. And it's just from the A minor pentatonic. I'll even play a little rhythm for you, and you guys can try it along with me. Also, like I said, I have my friend Matt here. So he's looking at the comments as well. Any important questions or anything?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. So, as part of that little A minor pentatonic, we want to find the root on the B string. So it's the 10th fret of the B string. Okay, now if I play that extension, it's right there. So all I want you to focus on right now is that finding that root. So we're going to put our ring finger there on the 10th fret B. Let's see if my jam's still here. Oh no, I have the habit of just always deleting the loop. Anyway, that's okay. So that's that root. You know, you've got, right away you have vibrato for flavor. You've also got a whole step below it. So you could hammer on, you could slide. So just on that string, the 10th fret B and the 8th fret B. But here's the other thing I want you to look at, and that's going to be the 8th fret B string, but you're just going to bend it up just a hair. Not a full half step, just before it starts to go really out of tune. And so you don't hear it come back down. You hear it go up, and then you go up to the root. And then work on your vibrato. You're just shaking the string. Now I'm feeling the weight of the neck of the guitar against holding that note. So I'm using kind of the like my finger's almost a lever of the weight of the guitar. You know, I'm not getting the vibrato without moving the guitar a bit as well. So we have that. Josh Norco, super chat, thanks. Josh Norco, cheers. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. All right, so real simple. 2 notes so far. So now I'll do a little jam again. So that's A, C, D. A, C, D, C. Maybe I should do that. A, C, D, C. Yeah, I'll play the progression A, C, D, C. Yeah, there it is. All right, A, C, D, C, the progression. I screwed it up though. Gotta delete that. Good. All right. Here's that spot now. And then you do it. I just milked the crap out of that root note, and then I bent it actually up a whole minor third, which would be that note. Be very careful with bending the root, because if you try and just bend it a little bit like I did here, it's going to sound the worst it can sound, like this. It's the worst note you could hit. A little sharp root is about the worst you're going to get. Okay, so now check this out. The exact same thing that we did on the 8th fret B string, we can do on the 8th fret of the high E string. Even that little micro bend there. So you still have that 10th fret B, but now we can alternate that little micro bend on the 8 of the B or go to the 8 of the high E. So let's do that. Oh, I just found. I know. All the melodies are in this little box. Okay, so you can also add the 10th fret high E, and when you get to the 10th fret high E, you can now bend that a multitude of ways and slide it a multitude of ways. And this is why I'm picking this particular spot. So real quick, we've got this little box, 8-10 on the B, 8-10 on the high E for the key of A. We found it by finding the root on the B string. Okay, so if I get to the 10 of the high E, if I kind of like think of the power, the strength of my 3 fingers together to bend that high E, to have a lot of strength and accuracy with the bend. So I can bend that up a whole step, and that's probably the most classic guitar bend, you know, boomer bend nowadays. And even Matt's Bonnaroo t-shirt's very faded, as in like, you know, I remember the first one. So, okay, so that bend though is the crucial bend. And so you've got the whole step bend up, and what you can do is bend the whole step bend up and then release to the 8 of the high E like this. Like that. You can bend it up and then go natural. And then you can also bend up, and then this is the classic Hendrix SRV spot and move, is it's the 8 on the high E to the root, which is 10 on the B, like this. But what you're doing is you're doing a down up, and the down is on that 8 of the high E, and the up, so you're just going down up, and the up is the 10 of the B. Like that. My right hand here. Here's the spot. So if you do it from that whole step bend, the 10 of the high E has the blues note a half step up, which would be the 11th fret high E. So you can go 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, which means you can do a half step bend or a whole step bend. And then you also have a slide on that blues note. And then you also have a hammer on pull off with your pinky too. And all the combinations there within. What's cool though is if you start to feel those phrases like, what you'll learn is, oh shoot. So you'll internalize phrases that you'll start to recognize, and if you limit it to that one little spot and get some phrases that you can actually do, as opposed to getting overwhelmed by the 5 shapes of the pentatonic up and down the neck, this is the way to master it. I'm literally dealing with a little 4-note box. Now the pentatonic scale is just 5 notes. It's easy, right? That's why I've been spending 15 years talking about it. So ultimately, I'll do, I still want a nicer rhythm on my jam here.
James Dean Anderson with the super chat.
James Dean Anderson with the super chat. Oh, good. I'm so glad it's helping. I mean, I'm still using this, because it's where all that expression is. Okay, so just the 4 little note box. 8, 10, 8, 10, but so much you can do with bending, sliding, and vibrato. Oh, and a new jam track. Still gonna do key of A. I'll do minor, A minor, so we really hear that minor sound. Let's see. I just gotta find something to do. Just the 4 note box. Gonna sit. The exact same box is 5/7 on the D, 5/7 on the G. Nothing different. Same phrases, everything. Final thing in this little box right here, middle finger on the 9th fret of the G. And you have the full pentatonic now, the 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The root though is the 10th of the B. And so if you just stay in this one spot, you can use your middle finger for that. Something that's so cool with that middle finger on the 9th fret G is you have that and then the 8th fret B. Slide into it from a half step. You get this. questions? You're Matt. Brian's my best friend that I grew up with, but you're a little more helpful with the
Yeah, people are wondering how to find this after it's already done.
this stream.
Yeah,
I'm covering some good stuff. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, you just go to the channel. It'll be the recent video.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm seeing some good topics. Yeah. So, Kevin, I'll speak up for you a bit, but with the live streams, when I start using the audio gear, there's just more problems, and I'd rather focus on the topics, and you're just going to have to crank your computer up to hear me. Now, when they, master all the technology and it's really easy and it sounds perfect, I've seen other streams go so well and look and sound great, but, sometimes I'm by myself or I'm with Brian, they don't have streaming backgrounds, so it just is what it is. But, this topic, this live stream will be archived. You can watch it. You can even play it in slow motion, and it'll still be in pitch, actually, in the little controls. You can slow it down. What is? It's the Marty drunk button or whatever, but I'm not really drunk. And then also, real quick, at martymusic.com, my website that I've had for 7 years now, just launched a sale that's my acoustic blues bundle, and it's my acoustic blues class, which has stuff like this, very similar to what we were just doing on there, but then also my caged course comes with it, and a fingerstyle course comes with it, and then an acoustic embellishing thing comes with it, and it's like 15 hours of stuff that you can download or stream forever. When you buy it, it's no membership stuff. You just buy the course, you get it forever, stream it, download it if you need to. Most people just stream it because it's easy. Comes with tablature, the written stuff to come along with it. It's normally $112, and so it's 50% off for the rest of the week, and so that would be $56, I think. I'm just a guitar player, but I think that's the right math. So no link or anything, but you can just go to martymusic.com. You'll see that it's that's for sale. Obviously, I appreciate you signing my newsletter there, because that's who I notified today about the sale. That's who I will notify first about my signature guitar coming out, shows, opportunities, stuff like that. So I'm going to give some shout outs, I'm going to give some shout outs here because I kind of think I got a good topic communicated. Oh yeah, also at martymusic.com, if you did like this stuff, and by all means, I might as well tell you, but it's only if you're interested in it. But at martymusic.com, there's 3 different courses that really take you through beginner lead guitar all the way to like playing licks and literally soloing. So that's lead guitar phase 1, lead guitar phase 2, lead guitar phase 3. Now lead guitar phase 1, I treat it as if you've never soloed ever, and so I introduce you to the minor pentatonic scale, but it progresses pretty quickly. So even if you're like, well, I know the scale, I would still recommend you just like starting at that chapter and just going and seeing how I build the process up, because I taught tons of people like one-on-one real guitar lessons before I had a YouTube channel, and my favorite lessons were people that played pretty good already but like never had done lead guitar. In fact, there's a student of mine named Tommy, and I just reached out to him recently. I mean, when I say student, I mean from over 20 years ago, like before YouTube. And he was a huge Joe Bonamassa fan, or he still is a huge Joe Bonamassa fan. And randomly, recently, Joe Bonamassa was seen in some footage wearing a hat with a picture of me on it, and I totally blew me away. I'm so honored by that. It is trippy. Because I don't sell that hat, so like I still don't actually know where that hat even came from. But I had to share it with my old students who were such fans of Joe Bonamassa to be like, hey, are you proud of your guitar teacher? Look at your idol is wearing your guitar teacher on a hat. So that's why I reached out to him and he was stoked. He couldn't believe it, but it was true. But the reason I bring him up is because he was like a middle-aged dude he answered one of my ads or got a recommendation in San Diego for lessons from me. But he was the perfect student, my favorite student, kind of student, because he played guitar really well and he played in a band at one of the San Diego casinos. He was like the singer, rhythm player. And so he wanted to basically not tell his band and like work for a year on his lead chops and then like eventually spring a solo on them without them knowing. Oh, and just another funny thing that this guy did. I'm not in that much touch with him, and I doubt he's watching. But this funny thing he did also to mess with the guys in his band is he got this. He got a Dumble. Like someone made him a Dumble like logo for an amplifier, and he like put it on his amp, and brought it to the rehearsal. I just thought isn't that great? Just like blowing guys' mind, like it just says Dumble on there, but it's not. So anyway, I enjoy teaching people how to play lead guitar because I was that way too. I played acoustic guitar for a couple years before I played lead guitar at all because I was like just like a lot of you out there, if anyone's watching, I don't know, but if they are, I'm sure there's some of you out there that are like, oh, I love strumming some songs, but man, lead guitar is like for special musical people. And I just was the same way. I thought that exact same thing. And so if you build it up with the right steps, I think anyone can do it. Yeah, there's going to be like natural gifted people, but that's in any field. It's not just guitar. Anywhere you go, they're out there. You have to like block that out and find your own enjoyment in it. And I say that still to myself. All right, shout outs. Glycerin intro, Falk's edition. I think I've taught that one before. I just don't remember it right now. So there's nothing I can do unless I like looked it up real quick. So Greg Levinson, thanks. Alexander Mantelavanos. Greg Roberts tune. Nice. Josh Norco, of course. Greg Levinson again. Cyborg Slaves, Minecraft. How important do you think it is to learn solos note for note? I got pretty experienced in lead guitar without learning any classic solos note for note. That's not to say I didn't learn parts of solos note for note, like phrases, right? So I don't think you have to learn a whole solo note for note. It's better to learn little contextual things that you can actually grasp so that you can then use it for your own language more than learning a solo note for note. Like learning a solo note for note and not knowing like what a key is or like why that solo goes the way it does. Yeah, it sounds good, but you're not getting any tools to then further your own progress. It's not just about, oh, it's important to learn notes. It's like if you learn more about the language, then you speak the language better. Bruce Rarick. The one string topic is a great one. I've done it before. I will do that again. Paul Cordwell, thank you. Milo Giffey. Riley. Jackie Rogers. Any tips for memorizing solos? I didn't do it much. But it's just like anything. I would say, actually, the tip I would say is master the first little section before you add the next section. So like learn, measures are like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one measure. Master the first measure and get it down really good. Then add the next measure. Then get that down really good. Then add the next measure. So I think that's actually a valuable advice. I give it because that's how I learn solos when I'm teaching them. Fury. Milo, Rock You Like a Hurricane solo. I'm sure it's hard. I'm not really an 80s shred guy, as you guys know. Richard 1206, you can watch the stream back from the beginning. But it's kind of like a beginner, a lead guitar thing to help you, like, I don't want to say beginner because you can do so much advanced stuff with it, but it's something a beginner and an advanced person can improve their solos with, I think, in my opinion. CK Benz, yes, he's talking about never trying lead guitar. Jackie Rogers. Oh, well, Jackie, you got 2 shout outs. Ashley MPG. Jessica Lesson, nice. Jake Mia, am I doing it all on the Watchtower Part 4? I know you've been, like, pestering me with that comment. Does it make me do it? Does it make me want to do it more, Matt? You hang out with me, Matt.
Maybe.
Matt's so neutral back there? Wow, Matt doesn't want to step into the fire. I just know that the part that I think you're referencing is there's like studio tricks in that part. I mean, there's like one really cool lick in there, but it's like to just dedicate a whole video where I like taught the song. Hendrix only did that that part one time in the studio. It's not like he played it that way ever again, other than that one take. So like, I think just my desire's not strong enough to finish it, and so you'll have to forgive me. Because really, when I play All Along the Watchtower, if someone called me and wanted to play it, I wouldn't even want to be performing those notes note for note. And like, look at any live footage of Hendrix's classic songs, anything you can find, audio, visual. There's not one take that's the same ever. And so when he was in the studio playing Purple Haze, and people say, "Oh, Marty, you taught that wrong," or "that one little part's wrong," it's like, he only did it that way one time. We've already done it so many more times that way than he did it. And I don't think he would even dig people being pissed that way. And he's the greatest of all time. So, anyway. Sean forgives me. Ozzy Farrow. Yeah, I know. When I start ranting, my voice got quieter. No, we're good. I still love you. But I saw that comment so many times in the stream. Didn't you, Matt?
Yep.
You know? It was a lot. I didn't hit block. All right. Anyway, you know how to. You can find the quit button there, Matt, behind the phone. But you guys, thank you so much. We got a riff theory tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was commenting that they're really liking those.
Oh, thank you so much. The one tomorrow is something I'm really dig because it's Nirvana Lithium. But it's just talking about the chord progression, which something Nirvana did that Green Day really didn't do. And I mean, not that they're even similar, but I'm just saying something that's different about them, even though they both play a lot of power chords, is that Nirvana was really following this kind of theory. And it was just from his ear. It was his ear. He didn't know any chords or anything, but his natural tendency of his chord progressions is a lot of stuff that the Beatles do. And obviously people always had compared him to like kind of his generation's John Lennon, blah, 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 blah. I didn't like those comparisons, but Lithium, when you look through the like kind of theory structure, it's very much like what the Beatles would do, even to the point where if I play it, I mean, they tuned down for it, but if I was like, let's see, how did it go? I don't know. Oh, shit. I'm just going on the fly. Let me try it one more time. I was thinking, like, lady. So that's tomorrow. So you can check that out. see how the rest of the week goes. But I plan on doing a live stream next Saturday. And yeah, the acoustic blues set. I appreciate you guys if you're interested in that, purchasing that at the website martymusic.com. Thank you, Matt, for showing up.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week. Well, see you tomorrow, really. I don't think I'll get claimed for playing it that way.